Okay, hello everybody. I'm Renee Varnador, and this is Soul Portal Journeys. We're having a new moon eclipse ceremony because this new moon had an eclipse attached. So we got a little more going on than usual. I'm here with 5 of my friends from all over the United States for sure, and Mexico, me. So, and yeah, Carrie's from Hawaii. And you guys know some of these people, but here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Why am I sharing my screen? Because created, I've created a presentation. You know me. I forget what I'm going to say unless I see the visual. So here is the eclipse. Okay, so the first thing we always do is make sure everybody has all the supplies that they're going to need for this ceremony. So here they are, the same ones as usual. Make sure you have a journal so you can write down what came to you in this, intense portal. A candle, walk, dark chocolate, long scarf, clearing tool, like, to clear all this, mind crazy energy. Um, there's, I have two things that I use. One of them is aura spray, where you see my background is different because we're changing the guest room, which was the office. If you don't have aura spray, you might have a selenite wand. That's always like, oh, this feels so good. Oh, I don't know why I don't do this all the time. It just clears a lot of the junk out of my head. And the other thing we want to do is, we're going to light a candle. We're going to light a candle. And what we're doing is we're lighting the knowledge that we are spirit within, the innermost part of us. All of us is divine source energy from the cosmos. Do you believe it? Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so okay, so here's my flame of spirit. I'm gonna put it up here. And we're gonna get our water prepared that we're gonna drink later as part of the ceremony. So I have this is Mount Shasta, which is the root chakra of the world, and it's also Chalice Wells, which is the heart chakra of the world. So we've got the adventure. If you don't have sacred water but you know Reiki, you can put a Reiki symbol in the water. If you don't know Reiki, put a spiral in the water. What you're doing is you're sanctifying the water with intention, with love. And chocolate, dark chocolate. I like to use dark chocolate. If you don't like chocolate, you can use something bittersweet. So we've got that going. Okay. So we're all set and ready to go for the ceremony. So it's time to sing in the archangels. So here we go. And to help us see this better, I these are the first three, and then we go here. So here we go. Figure out where east is. We're all going to sing in from the east. Spirits of the east, and inspiration, Archangel Raphael, please come. Spirits of the south, fiery creative spirits, Archangel Michael, please come. Spirits of the west, watering, loving spirit, Archangel Gabriel, please come. Spirits of the earth, mother, clearing spirits, Archangel Uriel, please come. Spirits of below, mother of potentiality, Archangel Sandalphon, please come. Spirits of above, by the sky perspective change, Archangel Raphael, please come. Spirits of within, heart space gifts, Archangel Hanael, please come. Okay, notice if you feel any different. I felt a little different because I could actually see the ocean when we sang in Archangel Gabriel, and I got real happy over that. But there we go. So here we are. On March, we have an eclipse. We've been in an eclipse portal, okay? So on March 25th, we had a prenumbral lunar eclipse, okay? And we've been releasing ever since. Anybody been releasing a lot of stuff that no longer serves them? Lots of stuff coming up, and we're just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, because we don't learn, in school we learn how to tell time and tie our shoes, but we don't learn how to process. So here we are learning to process at age whatever we are. Oh well, better late than never. So actually, this is really good, and it actually starts feeling better once you kind of know you've done it a few times and you know the game. It gets easier, because what happens is we're clearing space and we're clearing out a whole bunch of stuff. This is like a great opportunity to just get rid of, a lot of stuff you don't need anymore. So, yep, that was today. It was the total solar eclipse for some people. Did anybody see the whole thing in totality, or did everybody just see partial? I think everybody here just saw partial. Okay. But still, this is a time we might have only felt a subtle shift. So it's a good thing that we come here to get more clarity, to look within, to see and figure out, okay, so something new happened. I don't know what it is. Let me check in with myself. Let me go into this dark. And this dark is not like bad darkness, scary monster darkness. This is we don't know about it yet. We haven't done it yet. But we know that the more things we do that we've never done before, the better our life can get, or at least the more interesting. So that's where we are today. We're in the spaciousness after the eclipse. Now, this is what it looks like. I'm going to pull this down a little bit so we can see the whole thing. Yeah, so this is what time it was exact in Rosarita Beach. But I went outside and started because I could see parts of it. So the new moon degree was 1923. So the new moon exact, rather than the eclipse exact, because the eclipse just took a long time, was at 11:19. So this is where the sun was, and this is where the moon was. Yeah, new moon in Aries. So new moon, we always ask what's being conceived within us. And then the sign of Aries is initiating new things. And then it's a North Node eclipse. So that's like, okay, you're heading into new territory. So this is a triple new. So when we ask what's being conceived within us, it's like a triple new. triple, this is just like, that's why everyone's so excited about this one, because it's just going to be new. So that's why we wanted to do so much releasing. That's why, that's why so much came up in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, there's a word here called stellium, and that just means that there's lots of planets in the same sign. Now look at all that. Everybody's in Pisces and Aries right now, pretty much. You got Pluto over here in Aquarius, and then you've got Uranus over here in Taurus. And so you've just got this huge amount of planets. I think everybody's here. If you go outside, you can see all of these stars, which are really planets lining up in the same part of the sky. So this is powerful, what's happening here. We've got a couple interesting things happening besides the fact that every month the sun and the moon get together and making an eclipse that the north node or the south node would be on that eclipse. And so we've got this one right here is called Chiron. A lot of people call Chiron the wounded healer, but what Chiron really is he's the keeper of this sacred part of us. It feels at first like a wound, like there's something wrong with us or something. And then it becomes our greatest gift to humanity. It's like, oh, it's what I was bringing. It's not that I'm walking around wounded, not enough, misunderstood, poor me. It's actually that in being able to resolve this woundedness that I feel around my identity or around my ability to communicate or my boundarylessness and taking on everybody's stuff, whatever my wound is, those are three really popular ones that because we were born around the time of Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries. And then they're like, okay, so how do we, our life as an example, move into being able to help ourselves heal, and then as an example to others, helping them go, oh, well, if Renee can heal her wounds, I could certainly heal mine. Oh my God, if she could do it, I can do it. So that's that. So really, this Chiron is holding a gift for us that was born out of our challenges. So that's kind of the question around this fact that Chiron is in the middle of this eclipse, like right there. We also have Mercury conjunct Eris opposite the star Arcturus. So here, where's Mercury? Come on, Mercury. Where are you? Come on. Okay, yeah. So here's Arcturus down in Libra. So opposite this, we've got the fourth house in Libra in Rosarita Beach. The houses could look different depending on where you are. But here's Arcturus. Okay, and up here at 24 degrees is Eris and Mercury. And Mercury just went into retrograde couple days ago, and he's coming back now to meet up with Eris again. And what is Eris? It's a dwarf planet that's kind of out by where Pluto is. They're like, twin warriors. Mars, Pluto, the male warrior, and his sister Eris, Eris. So, and she can be drama. She can be like comparison, who's the best or who's the most beautiful. She can be that until you are able to let go of that level of comparison and open into the higher octaves of the offering that Eris has for us, which is fierce grace. Fierce grace. So yeah, the warrior is still there, but it's not a warrior that's going to run around and beat you over the head. I was in a class this month, and we were all in a circle. I was feeling all this warrior energy, and it was popping out, and it was going like this. and somebody was brought into the circle to deal with me, and they were just like, oh no, I can't deal with that energy. Immediately, my guides helped me pull in the energy, and I could feel the energy soften, and it was more like this beautiful grace coming through. And then the person was like, oh yeah, I can deal with this energy. So it was kind of interesting the way spirit helped me transmute and change the energy that I was forcing out into this much more gentle, soft place. So we're going to go, when I lead the meditation, I'm going to go more into that gentle, soft place that's going to help us go more closely within to find out a little hint about what was going on with this shift in this eclipse this morning. So that's Mars and Saturn also have a conjunction, which is interesting right here in 1314 in Pisces. And I'm just looking at Pisces and everything that's happening in Pisces. And I'm actually really excited because I mean I'm in the middle of trying to figure out how to teach mediumship, right? And it's intuition is this kind of boundaryless Piscean soup of this weird unconscious, and then things are being made conscious and come to the surface and then going back down under the sea, and then they come back up. So it's just like that kind of a process. And so that's kind of difficult. But Mars is so like action oriented, and Saturn is so focusing that they help create structure within the boundaryless intuitive ocean of mystical depths that is Pisces. So I personally am really happy to see those two, Mars and Saturn, as part of this eclipse, because that makes it easier for us to go, what just happened? How is this going to work in my life? Whoa, okay. So that's going on. Another thing that's going on is Neptune right here is sextile Sedna, which is about to move. I mean, Neptune's going to be there a little longer, be in Pisces a little longer, but on the 27th of April, Sedna is going to move into Gemini, which is going to be amazing. So we've got Sedna here at 29 degrees, just getting ready to cross that line. And Sedna is our spiritual destiny, and that's the dwarf planet. So that's the farthest reach of our known solar system at this point. So that's interesting because Neptune is the planet of spirituality. So we're looking at spiritual destiny and spirituality having a nice, beautiful, flowy conversation, as opposed to, okay, we're going to create some relationship conflicts so you guys can learn. Woohoo! Yeah, those can be fun. So these help us with having more graceful relationships as well as the conflict ones that we learned so much in. Okay, so then we have Ceres is square the eclipse. What? I forgot about that. I wrote this last week. Okay, there. Yeah, okay, so Ceres is at 17 degrees. And if you count over, there's a square, it makes a square to the eclipse. You can kind of see it. There's that little square right there, right to the eclipse. So Ceres is more like the maternal, more like dragging her daughter Persephone out of the bowels of the depths of winter. So that's kind of interesting that square the eclipse. And Jupiter is conjunct Uranus already, but it's going to be exact on the 20th. And that's going to be really interesting for anybody that has any planets in 19 degrees, 20 degrees, 21 degrees. So they're going to, by the time they get together, Jupiter moves slower. So it's going to meet Uranus on 21 degrees. And that's going to be interesting for people that have anything at 21 degrees. And what else is happening? So Pluto is still over here conjunct the stars that it met on its journey into Aquarius. Gong Gong isn't really conjunct Fomalhaut anymore, but it is conjunct another star. And then Haumea is still in Scorpio. Where's Scorpio? Yeah, there's Haumea. She's right on the Shapley attractor, which is a powerful point. And then Lilith is on the supergalactic center. And so Lilith contains karma for us. So there's this whole karmic stuff, and eclipses are great for relieving karma, especially huge collective karma, ancestral karma, all that kind of stuff. It's just like, okay, just bust open that false sense of separation between yourself and the divine. Just bust that one open. It's just for, false. Bust open this idea of polarity. Oh, it's either this or it's that. It's either this or it's that. I was in this, either I'm writing this book or I'm writing that book. I can write as many books at the same time as I want. Duh. But I was trapped in that polarity of which book am I going to write? So here we've got, and then we've got Pallas Athena conjunct this really strong star called Antares, which is really, really powerful. It's the star that is related to Archangel Uriel. So we have Archangel Uriel with us during this eclipse. So thank you, Archangel Uriel, for helping us claim our power, release our stuff, and open into this new spaciousness that is here for us. Now, at this time, we can get a peek, hopefully today, of what we are stepping into. Now, before I change and move off of this slide, anybody have a question? Unmute if you do. So everybody, nobody's unmuting. Okay. So we'll move on. So this is kind of what an eclipse. Every time I see this, I don't check. Okay. So if we were going to see this as total, we would see this, I think it was about 4 minutes that it was going to be a total eclipse. But going up, what I saw was pretty much this. And there were times when it first started, I pretty much saw this, and then I saw more like, the bottom was hauled out of it. And then towards the end, I saw this. Towards the end of the eclipse, I more saw, because it was on it was on the other side and was coming out. So that was interesting. I was out on the beach with my little glasses, tracking where the sun was, and could see that, yeah, there was this dark coming across it. Oh my gosh, Brenda's here. So that was kind of cool. And in 2017, my husband and I and all of his brothers and their wives, we all descended on this place in Tennessee, and we saw the total eclipse, which is really, really actually a lot more powerful and magical, because all of the wildlife thinks that it's dark, and so the birds stop singing, and the cicadas and the fireflies start going off, and there it is, noon, and we've got it's dark, but it's, you can still see, and the animals just thought it was twilight, and that was just so fascinating to have this magical 4 minutes that never exists any other time. So that was cool. And I was thinking back on, okay, well, what did I put in place at that time that is being fulfilled right now? And part of it is being able to travel to different star constellations and stars and things like that. So that's kind of interesting. And then here is the sun and the moon and Chiron are conjunct the star Tau Ceti. And anybody that reads a lot of alien, whatever, star beings, Tau Ceti is often used in science fiction literature because it's so close. It's a star that's so close to us. but it's in Cetus the whale. So there it is, Tau Ceti. And the beings there are, let's see. Oh, that's a photo credit. And yeah, so there's this it's known as the whale. There's the Pleiades over here. And so anybody that feels a connection with Tau Ceti, I don't have it in my chart. This would be a time to find out what's going on. My galactic astrology mentor loves Tau Ceti. I think she has it in her chart. They were Palladian allies. One of the things that they can help us with is reversal of mind control, and they can help us uplift humanity and develop strategies against mind control to promote multidimensional consciousness. So anybody that was raised in a religious cult or a cult like, it doesn't have to be a religion. I mean, now we know that Nexium is a cult, and they had crazy cult leaders and things like that. And it's the beings from Tau Ceti that are helping us, helping the people that wandered into cults, helping them recognize that and be able to get out of cults and regain their freedom, their autonomy, their liberation, their own, so they can live their own life instead of living somebody else's dream and telling everybody, where they should be focusing. And everybody has their own answers within themselves. Nobody else has it for you. Don't go running around, thinking some political leader is going to save you. Let me see. Okay. And then here is the star destiny degree. It's 20 degree. We were looking at what is 20 degrees Aries, according to these psychics that go around and look at every degree of the zodiac. To be there for self is sometimes an art form that we are clumsy and awkward with. Do we deserve affirmative attention? Well, everyone else does. But the self seems not to count somehow. To get in there after this illusion is quite a task and completely worth the effort. So each of us finding within us our own essence of self is totally worth it. And it's right on the same degree as Tau Ceti, which we just found out is helping us release mind control, because really we're here to live our own life, not somebody else's. I learned that one the hard way. So here we go with this one. This is another star that is part of the eclipse. This is what the north and south nodes. The north node is conjunct Alpharos, which is this star right here in the constellation of Andromeda. Andromeda is the woman that's chained to a rock and then gets saved and all of this. So really, we are our own liberator, and we get to undo the chains that we have allowed to be chaining us. A lot of old beliefs, false beliefs, just can be unchained during these intense eclipse portals. So Alpha there's this beautiful flowing, a lot more feminine yin energy in Andromeda. So that one's cool. And then I think I have one more. Yep. The other one I have, Mercury and Eris were opposite Arcturus. There are also opposite Spica in the Boots constellation. So there's Arcturus right there in the constellation. You can find it by looking at the Dipper and going down, because it's one of the brightest stars in the sky. And that's what it kinds of looks like. But the Arcturians are unconditionally loving star beings who help us with much needed emotional support. So if we discover, oh my gosh, these beliefs that I held and these things that I thought were true are not, the Arcturian star beings can help us be able to heal all of that and help us maintain compassion with ourselves as we're realizing stuff and moving through it. So yay, thank you, Arcturus. And then I pulled a card from the Galactic Heritage cards, and the Arcturian card came up, which is, let me see if I'm even doing this right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we've got the card for Arcturus that came up, and it's balance. And it's the Arcturians are helping us with balance. They're helping us know that, like for me, I'm working right now on the balance of intuition. Like for the last 6 years, intuition was the most important thing, and my mind, I could just, forget it, send it on vacation. I don't need that. And it drove my husband crazy, by the way. And he was constantly after me, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm going after my intuition. I am, this intuitive. Well, that's nice. So I developed my intuition over the last 6 years, and now I'm just like finally ready to integrate all the different parts of my brain. Even the icky ooey stuff back here in the reptilian brain, in the left brain, and the right brain, and the blah blah blah. They're finally dancing together. And it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to poo-poo um, analytical or strategy or actually planning ahead, and whatever amazing insight and intuitive hit that I get, I also get to bring in supportively to hold it, this mind that is, could be, should be, can be, will be working to support the intuitive ideas that I can bring, that are coming to me and come to all of us if we want them. So, are we ready for the ceremony? Dun, 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 dun. Do we have it all? Any questions before we start the ceremony? We get into what we're going to do and some of the things. Unmute if you want to say anything at this point. Nobody wants to. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to move. If you have, you probably can't hear the music I'm going to play. So if you have some, that's good. And then we're going to sit down. I'm going to lead a guided meditation. The question we're going to be asking is the same one we always do. What is being conceived within me now? Except for now, we have a lot more. It's like the eclipse just went pow and open. There's like an unfolding. There's an opening. There was a darkness that's going to help us get some clarity, because it's getting some stillness in there. And we're going to figure out a baby step. We've got Mars and Saturn in Pisces helping us come up with a baby step. We're going to journal. We're going to do the ceremony with the sanctified water, and then we're going to do the communion with chocolate. And then anybody that wants to share here on YouTube, go ahead and share. And then we're going to close out with a song. So that's what we're going to do. For anybody that doesn't know what Our Lady of Guadalupe's golden halo is, this is it right here. This really helps us integrate. It helps us integrate all of the different ways we think. And it's not just up here with the brain, there's also here with the heart. We also think with the heart. And we also think with the body, with the gut. So it's a full body halo. It's a full way of thinking. There's nothing left out. The body's not left out. The analytical mind's not left out. The part of our mind that's afraid doesn't get left out. Well, we get to nurture that part and say, sweetie, it's going to be okay. We're fine. How many days have you eaten in your life? Every friggin' one. Stop it. So, and then we've got Vesica Pisces, Sacred Union, the eye of the heart. We've got the feminine yin energy, the masculine yang energy. We can feel both of those. And when we balance those, just like the Arcturians help us with, The Arcturians are advising us to feel this kind of pastel, not in your face color, but this pastel pink and this pastel green, kind of a merging of opposites within the eye of the heart. So that's kind of, we've got the sun and moon eclipsing inside the eye of the heart. I think it's going to be easier today than usual to get into the eye of the heart. So, oh, that's what we're going to do after. What did I skip? I skipped this. Okay. So a lot of times, what do you want to do while we're moving? Some people like to make figure eight patterns. The body loves figure eight patterns. Um, my friend Brenda here is an expert certified Donna Eden practitioner, and Donna Eden loves figure eights. They're very, 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 very healing. If anybody wants to learn some healings, how to do some Donna Eden healing, go to Brenda. She's amazing. And then I honor and value every step of my life's journey. That's what I learned 6 years ago, that I really didn't, even though I thought my life totally sucked and I was in a depression and anxious, I realized no, every single thing that I did served what I'm actually friggin' doing here on this planet at this time. So it's like honoring and value every step of the journey. So not only are the figure eights horizontal, like we always see on the paintings, but they're also vertical, because we're also looking, not only are we looking at yin yang energy, we're also looking at human and divine energy. Yeah, we're all human. We're not going to transcend being human while we're on this planet. And yeah, we're all divine. So there's like all of this is happening at the same time. So we get to move through this too. So the figure eights help us with that integration. This is going to be our question. And I'm gonna start the music. Anybody want to say anything before I start the music? Maybe we start moving. I've got a big long scarf. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if we want to sit and have our feet on the ground, make sure our journal is next to us. Take a deep breath. Feel this beautiful earth energy. We just had an eclipse with the sun and moon. We could see them. We could see that eclipse of the sun. So this is a really, really good time to now ground into the earth, feeling our feet on the floor, knowing that under the floor is the earth, and feeling that energy from the earth 2 feet below our feet, the earth star chakra, helping us, supporting us, bringing that earth star chakra energy up our legs, all the way up to our root chakra and grounding us at the root, grounding us, helping us find some kind of structure around what we just experienced in the eclipse portal. Feeling the more groundedness we can feel, the more clarity we're going to get about all of the shifts and inspiration that we receive. Feeling that groundedness now move up to our sacral chakra. Are there seeds that have been planted within our sacral chakra that we may not know about yet? New seeds being planted, something new is possible in this eclipse, bringing grounded earth energy to the sacral chakra to see if there is a seed. And how is the seed going to be nurtured and watered? Bringing the grounded earth energy up to our solar plexus, where we have our will, where we get to decide and make a choice on what we want to do, what we want to follow, what inspiration based on how we want to feel. What kind of a life do we want to wake up to every morning? And then bringing that choice, that sense of choice up into the heart chakra, knowing that the heart is this amazing transmutational, amazing, full of love, full of all of our deepest wisdom and all of the clarity we need within us, all of the help, all of the cosmic help that we need right here within the heart chakra, in the eye of the heart. We're going to leave a lot of earth energy here so that we'll be able to come back and look and see what is in the eye of the heart at this point. Moving up to the throat chakra. And Brenda tells me that the throat chakra has a representation of all the chakras in it. So just feeling that sense of connection to the throat chakra, moving up from the throat chakra. That grounded energy around the throat is now moving up to the third eye, grounding in any insight that came in, helping it ground. And now our crown chakra, feeling a little bit of earth around our crown chakra so that we can perceive the beings that are helping us. Maybe it's Archangel Uriel. We're calling in Archangel Uriel because his star Antares is part of this eclipse. We're calling in beings from Arcturus because they're of an angelic frequency and they are just full of love and balance for us. So their energy is coming in. The energy of that Aries sun coming in. We've got more days of Aries sun and initiation and just courage to step up and step out. We've got the moon in Aries coming right in, showing us the shadow of initiative, but also how to move from fear into courage. This beautiful, beautiful sense of these two, sun and moon, coming in, feeling them come in all the way down to our heart, feeling the sun on one side, feeling the moon on the other side, feeling the moon and the earth, feeling the sun and the stars, feeling this beautiful, grounded depth within us, feeling this ability we have to shine our light, to work with the information intuitively, to work and give and serve, feeling the balance within our own heart of those two opposites by feeling where these two have merged within us at the eye of the heart. Inhaling really big from below into the heart chakra, extra energy, exhaling out the top of the head, inhaling light coming into the heart chakra, finding the eye of the heart, and exhaling out the bottom of our feet. Feeling now within our innermost heart and asking the question of this eclipse, what is being conceived within me now? What is being conceived within me now? And we'll go into this beautiful, deep silence within the eye of the heart, where our entire body is surrounded by a golden halo, helping us integrate this energy that we experienced today. Feeling this golden halo around us as we ask the question, what is being conceived within me now? And going into silence. Okay, now it is time to ask our guides who are with us, what baby step am I initiating? What baby step am I initiating now? When you have the answer to what baby step am I initiating now, you can go over to your journal and write down anything you received. Maybe you just received a color or a feeling or something and a warmth in part of your body, whatever it was, a word, write it down. Just write down what it was you got. Figure out what it means later. Just write down what you received in the meditation or anything you might have received during the eclipse that you forgot about and forgot to write down. If you are ready, you've got your baby step written down and you're ready to go on, let me know. We can move on in the ceremony. A couple people saying yes, a couple people need more time. Okay, looks like we're pretty much ready. So we sanctified our water. So we take our sanctified water, think about our baby step as an intention to bring in this amazing, amazing energy that we perceived in this meditation, this energy, this web being in the world, this things that we can feel. We're going to pull those in, and how do we make those real with the baby steps? Okay, so we're pulling in with the intention to maintain our baby steps so we can bring in this bigger essence of us into the life we're living here now. So here we are drinking in, thinking about the baby step as we drink this water. Okay, now think about which one of your guides, ascended masters, star beings, archangels is going to come in and help you with what you just baby stepped. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, here we go. I'm gonna need to eat. We're gonna eat our chocolate in a way of communing with this higher power that we're bringing in to help us, or who's been inviting us. Okay. Okay, is there anybody that wants to share? You can go back to writing. You can share if you want to. You can wait 2 minutes until we're done and share off camera. But if anybody is willing to share on camera anything they got, we're here for it. All you have to do is unmute to let me know you want to share. Okay, Brenda's gonna go. Woohoo!
I'll be brief. Um, so there was actually a lot of stuff coming through because during the movement part, I actually went around and used my scarf to kind of start moving energy, all around. And as I did it, what I asked for was, well, what I said was I was clearing all the weight from my space and my soul so that I may create and attract and rejoice in all that is coming my way that I have already begun to receive. And so when we got to the part where I was writing about what's being conceived now, kind of the nutshell version is trust, surrender, and acceptance. But it is the body of work. Boy, I'm going to speak this into existence. The body of work that has been waiting for me to be ready to receive it and to share it with the world. It's like the door opened a crack with my Women's Spirit Festival talk, and now it's been sort of flung open. The ideas are flowing, some new, some old, and come back again now that I have committed to being open to receive and share what I receive. And for the baby step, I'm not sure I'm taking any right now. They all feel pretty, pretty darn big to me. With all the things that are coming through, and being able to keep up with the flow. And I don't want to ask it to slow down because I'm nervous about stopping the flow. So I have to find some balance in there. But anyway, that's how it was for me. Thank you.
Sure, that's beautiful. So Brenda's ready. That's so freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, a couple of you may recognize Brenda because I posted her spirit talk, right? Her talk from the Spirit Festival thing. So yeah, and I know Carrie knows Brenda, so it's just like, yeah. So it's just like,
And Rita too. Hi, Rita.
and then Rita, yeah, Rita's in another, the three of us are in a different group. So it's
Yeah.
just,
And Brenda knows. Yeah.
and
Brenda
Brenda knows
been there
Brenda.
for a while. Yeah. Yeah. But
So
hello to the others as well.
it's amazing when circles overlap and people that you don't know you because they saw your video. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yay. Congratulations, everybody. Everybody here that did this, everybody that opened up and released some stuff and opened into new during this amazing eclipse. Yay. And we are going to close out here. Our next, we're going to sing this song, but our next new moon ceremony is May 7th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. But before that happens, there's going to be the Jupiter conjuncting Uranus, which is happening April 20th at 6:43 Pacific time. And these two they meet every 13 years. So this initiates a cycle, the next 13-year cycle of expansion and new growth. Expansion because Jupiter is all about expanding whatever it touches, good or bad, and new growth, which is Uranus. And so it's amazing that we had this initiatory beginning, triple beginning eclipse right before we have this expansion and new growth thing happening on the 20th. So more meditation information clarity to come. So here's our song, our closing song. Wait a minute. I'm not sharing that screen. I'm sitting there talking about something you guys can't see. Okay, so that's our song lyrics. This is what I was saying. If you want to write this down, okay, sure. If you want to write this down, this is what I was talking about. May 7th and then April 20th. But here's our song. We're going to sing our song out. You guys all know it. Here we go. Even though we're all in different locations, we can still feel this sense that we're in a circle. And we're in a circle with all of you guys watching the replay too. In this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, I feel unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. Okay, goodbye, everybody, and thank you for watching. Those of you that are here live can stick around, but I'm stopping this video here. Bye-bye.